Welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that can truly change your life. Today you'll learn how to talk to anyone in English with confidence. Not with fear, not with shame, not with nervousness, but with strength, belief, and progress. Let me say this clearly. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You do not need to memorize thousands of rules. What you really need is courage, regular practice, and the right method. I know how it feels. You see someone you want to talk to, at school, at work, or at a party. You want to speak in English, but your heart starts beating fast. Your mind goes blank. You feel small, so you stay quiet. Later, regret follows, and you ask yourself why you didn't say anything. You are not alone. Millions of English learners feel the same way. They have ideas. They have thoughts. They want to speak, but something blocks them. It's not vocabulary. It's not grammar. It's confidence. That's why this video is here, to help you break that fear and finally speak English with confidence. Even if you are just starting, even if you feel shy, even if you failed before, this is your new beginning. By the end, you will feel stronger, clearer, and more powerful. Ready to speak with anyone, anywhere, anytime. This is not theory or boring rules. This is real training for your mind, your mouth, and your confidence, step by step, slowly and clearly. Let's begin. First, understand this. You do not need perfect English. You need brave English. Many people believe they should speak only after becoming perfect, after mastering grammar, fixing their accent, or becoming fluent. This thinking is wrong because that perfect day may never come. English is a living language, keeps changing. Even native speakers make mistakes. Even fluent speakers forget words. Everyone pauses sometimes. If you wait for perfection, you will wait forever. Brave English means speaking even when your sentence is not perfect. Speaking even when you forget a word. Speaking even when you are afraid. Speaking even when your accent is different. Speaking even if someone laughs. You speak anyway. Brave English says, I know I'm not perfect, but I will speak. I will try. I will learn. I will improve. When you speak bravely, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes stronger. Your mouth gets used to English sounds. Your fear becomes smaller. Slowly, fluency begins to grow. Fluency is not magic. It is the result of many small, brave moments repeated every day. Imagine you are at a cafe and want to ask, is this seat taken? Fear stops you. But brave English helps you say, sorry, can I sit here? Simple, not perfect, but confident. And the conversation starts. Or you want to tell your teacher you didn't understand the lesson. Brave English helps you say, excuse me, I didn't understand. Can you explain again? That is not weakness. That is strength. Every brave sentence moves you closer to fluency. Every mistake teaches you something. Confidence is not born, it is built, sentence by sentence. Promise yourself this. You will not wait to be perfect. You will speak now and improve every day. Next, build your English speaking muscle with small steps. Think about exercise. You don't lift heavy weights on the first day. You start small. Slowly, your body becomes stronger. Speaking English works the same way. Your mouth, tongue, brain, and confidence are all muscles. They must be trained. Many learners only read and listen, but they don't speak. So their confidence stays weak. To speak confidently, you must train your speaking muscle, not with big speeches but with small daily actions. Say one sentence out loud every day. Repeat simple phrases. Speak in front of the mirror. These small steps build real strength. You can start like this. When you wake up, say, today I will speak without fear. While brushing your teeth, say, I love learning English. During breakfast, describe your food. Before sleeping, say, I learned one new thing today. Each sentence is like a push-up for your English. Speak daily, even for 1 minute, and your confidence will grow. You cannot study your way to confidence. You must train your way to confidence. Finally, memorize 5 safe and easy sentences for every situation. Many people feel nervous because they don't know what to say. Their mind goes blank. But if you already have sentences ready, fear disappears. Think of these sentences as tools, simple, useful, and powerful. You don't need hundreds of fancy words. You need a few strong sentences you can use anywhere. Here are 5 safe sentences you can rely on. Hi, I'm learning English. Can I talk with you for a minute? Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat that? That sounds interesting. Tell me more. I'm not perfect in English, but I really want to improve. Thank you. I appreciate your help. Practice these sentences every day. Say them in the mirror. Say them while walking. Record yourself. Write them down. Repeat them until they feel natural. When your sentences are ready, your confidence is ready. And when your confidence is ready, English becomes easy. Soon, these sentences become a part of you. When the moment comes and you are standing in front of someone, even if your brain feels fear, your mouth still moves, because the sentence is already inside you. That is real power. That is real preparation. It is far better to have 5 strong sentences that you can speak anytime than to study hundreds of grammar rules and stay silent. These sentences become your anchor. They support you in difficult moments. They give your brain rest, your mouth practice, and your confidence protection. Once you master 5 safe sentences, you can add 5 more the next week, then 5 more after that. Very soon, you will have a collection of confidence, a collection of speaking power. This is how growth happens. Slowly, steadily, and safely. So your mission is simple. Write down 5 easy sentences that match your daily life. Memorize them like songs. Practice them out loud every day. Use them whenever you get the chance. This is how you prepare for real conversations. This is how you stop freezing when it's time to talk. This is how you become the English speaker you dream of being. Now let's move forward and talk about shadowing, training your mouth like an actor. If you don't know this technique yet, don't worry. I'll explain it clearly and simply. Shadowing means listening to a native English speaker and copying them out loud. Not silently, not in your head. With your voice, your mouth, and your energy. You don't wait. You don't overthink. You don't translate. You listen, and you speak exactly the way they speak. To practice shadowing, choose a short video or audio clip, about half a minute to 1 minute long. Make sure the speaker is clear and natural. You can use movie clips, podcasts, speeches, or YouTube videos. First, play one sentence and just listen carefully. Focus on the sound, the tone, and the rhythm. Then pause and repeat the same sentence out loud. Try to copy the speed, the emotion, and the pronunciation as closely as possible. Repeat the same sentence a few times until your mouth feels more comfortable. Then move to the next sentence and do the same. After finishing the full clip, go back and try speaking along with the speaker without pausing. This is real shadowing. Why does shadowing work so well? Because most learners train their brain but not their mouth. They study grammar, memorize vocabulary, read books, and listen to English, but they don't speak enough. So when a real conversation happens, their mouth is not ready. Shadowing trains your mouth and brain together. You learn pronunciation, rhythm, voice control, and natural English flow. Your brain starts copying native sounds automatically. Think about actors. They repeat lines again and again. They practice emotion, timing, and delivery. When you shadow, you become an English-speaking actor, and your performance becomes real. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Choose 1 minute of audio. Repeat each sentence a few times. Practice for 5 to 10 minutes daily. Do it every single day. After 1 week, you will feel a difference. After 1 month, your speech will feel faster and clearer. After a few months, you will sound more natural and confident. Shadowing is not magic, it is daily mouth training. And daily training builds mastery. Even if you are shy, even if you have no one to talk to, even if you are a beginner, shadowing gives you a strong English voice. Now let's talk about another powerful habit. Talking to yourself in English every day. You already have the best speaking partner, you. Many people think they can only speak English when someone else is around. They wait for a partner, a friend, or a teacher. And while waiting, they stop speaking. But the truth is simple. You can start right now wherever you are. Talking to yourself is not silly. It is smart. It is serious training. Start your morning with 1 English sentence. When you wake up, say something positive like, Today I will speak English with courage. I'm getting better every day. Mistakes are my teachers. During the day, describe what you are doing. Say things like, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. I'm going to work. I'm tired, but I want to keep learning. Ask yourself questions and answer them. How do I feel today? What did I do yesterday? What will I eat today? Keep it simple. Use a mirror sometimes. Look into your own eyes and speak. At first it may feel uncomfortable, but soon it becomes powerful. You start trusting your own voice. Before sleeping, review your day in English. Say, today I spoke English a few times. I learned something new. Tomorrow I will speak more. Talking to yourself works because there is no pressure and no fear of judgment. You create a safe space for English to grow. Most importantly, you build the habit of thinking in English. When you do this daily, your brain slowly stops translating. Your thoughts start forming in English, and your words come out more naturally. Confidence grows when you use your own voice again and again. So start today. Even 2 minutes is enough. Even one sentence is enough. Every time you do this, you are building fluency, power, and trust in yourself. Now let's move to another smart strategy. Asking simple questions and listening more. Many people think confidence means talking non-stop. But true confidence is not about speaking more. It's about speaking wisely. One of the easiest ways to sound confident in English is by asking simple questions and listening carefully. When you ask a question, you reduce pressure, give the other person a chance to speak, show curiosity, and learn from their language. Instead of worrying about what to say next, focus on what you can ask. One small question can carry the whole conversation. Simple questions work everywhere, in school, work, meetings, interviews, or casual conversations. Questions like where someone is from, what they do, what they enjoy, how their weekend was, what music or movies they like, or what food they prefer. These questions are easy and natural. That's why they work. They open doors to conversation and help you stay relaxed and confident. When the other person replies, you can keep the conversation going with simple responses like, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow. Tell me more about that. I've never tried that before. I agree with you. That sounds fun." All of these sentences are safe, respectful, and easy to remember. Now let's talk about listening and why it is also a sign of confidence. When someone is speaking and you listen with full attention, you are showing strength. You are showing respect. You are showing that you are comfortable and that you don't need to control everything. Most nervous learners speak too fast. They try to say everything quickly. They interrupt. They don't really listen because they are afraid. Confident people are different. They listen slowly. They are not afraid of silence. They allow the other person to express themselves. And when it is their turn, they speak clearly and calmly. If you want to be confident, learn to enjoy listening. Listen to the answers. Watch body language. Learn from sentence structure. Notice the words being used, because every conversation is a free English lesson. When you listen with your full attention, you don't need to speak for a long time. Ask short, friendly questions. Let the other person talk. Listen fully. Then reply with calm, kind, simple answers. Asking questions is power. Listening is confidence. Now let's talk about the body and confidence. When you feel nervous about speaking English, your body reacts first. Your heart beats faster. Your shoulders become tight. You avoid eye contact. Your throat feels dry. Your hands feel cold. You look down. Your breathing becomes fast. Your voice becomes small or shaky. This is not about grammar or vocabulary. This is your body reacting to fear. Your body controls your voice. Your body controls your breath. Your body controls your confidence. And your body is sending messages to your brain every second. If your body is tight and closed, your brain receives the message that you are in danger. If your body is open and calm, your brain receives a different message. You are safe and you can speak. That is why you must prepare your body before you speak. Start by breathing deeply and slowly. Take a few slow breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. This calms your nervous system. Next, sit or stand with a straight back. Don't bend your neck or look down. Lift your chin slightly. Your posture affects your energy. Relax your shoulders. When you are scared, they tighten. Drop them down and gently shake them to release tension. Smile, even a small one. A real smile changes signals in your brain. It reduces fear and increases trust. Even if you don't feel happy, smiling helps your body open up. Look at the person, not the ground. Eye contact builds connection and shows strength, even if you only do it for a second. Use your hands naturally when you talk. Don't keep your arms frozen. Slow hand movements help your body support your voice. Slow down your speech. When you speak slowly, you feel more in control. Don't rush. Silence is okay. Speak clearly and with intention. This works because your body and brain are always communicating. A calm body creates a calm mind. A calm mind allows your voice to flow. Before entering a classroom, meeting, or any place where you need to speak English, don't focus only on words. Focus on your body first. Breathe. Adjust your posture. Relax your face. Let your voice come naturally. English does not live only in your mouth. It starts in your breath. It grows in your posture. It lives in your body. If you want to speak powerfully, you must feel powerful and let your body support you. Now let's talk about something very important. Failing on purpose. If you want real confidence in English, you must accept this truth. You have to face failure. You have to speak even when you are scared. You have to make mistakes and keep going. Failure is not the enemy. Fear of failure is. Many learners stop speaking after one bad experience. Someone laughs. They forget a word. They don't understand a reply. They feel embarrassed. So they avoid conversations and silence becomes their habit. To build confidence, you must break this pattern. You must speak even when fear is present. That is what failing on purpose means. It means talking even when you might make mistakes. Speaking even when your voice shakes. Trying even when you feel unready. Every failure teaches you something. Forgetting a word helps you remember it next time. Rejection makes your heart stronger. Embarrassment makes your mind braver. All confident speakers were beginners once. They made mistakes. They felt afraid. They wanted to quit. But they kept speaking, failing, and learning. One day, confidence became natural. That can be you too. Talk to one new person this week. Ask one question in public. Say one sentence at school or work even if your accent is different. Make one mistake and smile. Survive one awkward moment and try again tomorrow. Each time you do this, fear loses its power. You don't become fearless by avoiding fear. You become fearless by walking through it again and again. Now let's talk about visualization. Visualization is a technique used by athletes, speakers, actors, and successful people. It means imagining yourself speaking English successfully before the real conversation happens. You close your eyes and mentally walk through the situation. You see it. You feel it. You experience it in your mind. Most people imagine what could go wrong. That creates anxiety. Visualization does the opposite. Imagine yourself smiling. Imagine saying hello confidently. Imagine asking a simple question. Imagine listening calmly. Imagine replying clearly. Imagine ending the conversation naturally. Do this slowly and clearly in your mind. Your brain does not know the difference between a real experience and a deeply imagined one. When the real moment comes, your brain feels familiar with it and says, "We've done this before." And then you speak. You don't freeze. You don't panic. Your brain feels prepared, and when your brain is prepared, your voice becomes free. This is exactly what top athletes do before big matches. They see themselves succeeding. They feel the moment before it happens. And when the real moment arrives, they perform with calmness and control. You can use the same method for English. Before any English situation, close your eyes. Imagine the room, the person, the moment. See yourself speaking clearly and confidently. Feel it. Believe it. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. Then go and live it in real life. Start with small situations. Visualize asking for directions. Visualize ordering food. Visualize introducing yourself. Visualize talking to a stranger. You will be surprised by how much more confident you feel even before you speak, because you trained your mind first. Confidence always begins in the mind before it shows in the mouth. Visualization is mental practice. It makes you calmer, stronger, and more focused. It is not fantasy. It is preparation. It is rehearsal. It is mindset training. The most powerful speakers in the world use it, and now it's your turn. Now let's talk about something essential. Speaking English every single day, no matter what. Many learners ask the same questions. How can I speak English fluently? How can I stop feeling nervous? How can I become confident? How can I improve faster? The answer is always the same. You must speak English every day, no matter what. Not once a week. Not only in class. Not only when you feel ready. Every single day, regardless of your mood, your fear, or your level. Daily speaking is the only real way to build confidence. If you want to speak well, you must speak. Not just listen. Not just read. Not just think. You must move your mouth and use your voice out loud every day. This is how every skill is learned. You swim by getting into the water. You drive by holding the steering wheel. You play the guitar by moving your fingers. And you learn English by speaking. Even 1 minute is enough. Even one sentence is enough. Even a short talk with yourself in the mirror is enough. What matters is consistency, repetition, and discipline. No excuses. No waiting. No skipping. When you do something every day, it becomes part of who you are. And when it becomes your identity, you stop struggling. You don't struggle to brush your teeth because it's part of your life. English speaking must reach that same level. Speak when you wake up. Speak when you walk alone. Speak when you think. Speak when you're tired. Speak even when you don't want to. Every day you speak, fear becomes smaller. Your voice becomes stronger. Your grammar becomes more natural. And your confidence becomes unbreakable. But when you stop for too long, fear returns. You start translating again. You start doubting again. Confidence is not built by one big action. It is built by small actions repeated daily. If you are alone, you can still speak every day. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Describe what you are doing. Record a short voice message on your phone. Read a few sentences out loud. Watch a short video and repeat the lines. Send one voice message in an English group. Talk to a friend who is also learning. Teach something you learned even to a pet or an empty room. All of this counts. What matters is that you use your voice in English every single day. No matter how busy you are, no matter how scared you feel, and no matter how many mistakes you make. Learners who speak daily become speakers. Learners who wait for perfection stay silent forever. Speaking every day is not a tip. It is not optional. It is the rule. Now let me speak to you not as a teacher, but as a friend. I know what it feels like to be afraid, to feel small, to stay silent while others speak confidently. I know that pain, and I know you don't want to feel that way anymore. Inside you, there is a dream. You want to speak freely. You want to express your ideas. You want to stand tall. You want respect. You want the world to see who you really are. And English is a key, not just for school or work, but for your voice, your power, and your future. When you speak English with confidence, you connect with people, grow your mind, open opportunities, and most importantly, you feel free, proud, alive. No one else can do this for you. Not your teacher, not your parents, not your friends. Only you can decide to stop living in fear and start speaking. So speak, even when your voice shakes. Speak with broken grammar. Speak with limited vocabulary. Speak with doubt in your heart but courage in your mouth. Over time, you will become unstoppable. Not because your English is perfect, but because your spirit is strong. People don't respect perfect grammar. They respect brave communication. Not big words, but honest words. Not a native accent, but real connection. So don't wait. Don't wait to feel ready. Start now. Speak now. Fail now. Grow now. Let the world hear your voice. Let the world feel your courage. One day, someone will listen to you speak and say, I want to speak like that. And you will smile, because you will remember the moment you decided to stop being afraid and start becoming powerful. Your future begins now. Speak English every day. Speak with confidence. Never stop. You are ready. This is your time.